room at 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock, that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you a very warm welcome to our Victory in Europe celebrations. Before I start, I have to say that I wasn't due to do this bit. Unfortunately, Michael Peacock, who has written it, is unable to be with us due to ill health. So any complaints, please direct them to him at I won't give his address. Anyway, we're here to enjoy and remember our victory and to give thanks to the brave people who made it possible. We give our thanks to the Army, Air Force and Navy personnel, and also to the Land Army, Merchant Navy, the workers in munition factories, to the doctors and nurses, the mothers and grandparents who took on extra responsibilities. The life we enjoy today has been made possible by the sacrifices of the generation of the 1940s. So tonight is about a celebration and a remembrance. When you entered our village hall tonight, you must have been shocked. The decoration is the work of Brian Thompson and his helpers, and what a wonderful job Brian has done. Thank you. Brian also asked me to say that the model railway exhibition is on at the tomorrow, and he'd be delighted if you all attend. I know that you would also want me to give thanks to Liz and Brian for providing us with a veritable feast. It is rumoured that every rhubarb patch in the village has been raided, and again, thank you, Brian and Liz. But now on with our cabaret. I must introduce our band. Please give a warm welcome to Richard Batts and his amazing organ. Richard has only recently returned from a sellout tour of Reed's Island and is due to return there in the autumn. Our entertainers this evening are all from our village or have strong connections with it. Indeed, some were present in this very hall in 1945 in celebration. See if you can pick anybody out. You think there's only you, Stuart? I would now like to welcome the very talented Robin Barr to the stage. Robin is going to appear during our entertainment to remind us of the words of our wartime hero, Winston Churchill. Thank you, Robin.
We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. And if, which I do not for a moment believe, this island or a large part of it was subjugated and starving, then our empire beyond the seas, armed and guarded by the British fleet, would carry on the struggle until, in God's good time, the new world, with all its power and might, steps forth to the rescue and the liberation of the old.
5 topping the bill in music halls and theatres across the country was a duo called Flanagan and Allen. Tonight, John Walker and I are going to entertain you, hopefully, with a medley of their songs. So I'm now going to ask John to join me on stage and give you Flanagan and Allen.
Any umbrellas to mend today? Bring your parasol, it may be small, it may be big. He repairs them all with what he calls his thingamajig. Pitter-patter, patter, pitter-patter, patter, here comes the rain. Let it pitter-patter, let it pitter-patter, don't mind the rain. He'll mend your umbrella, then go on his ways. Tooraloom-a-loom-a, tooraloom, tooraloom-a-loom-a-loom-a-loom. Any umbrellas to mend today? Underneath the arches, we dream our dreams away. Underneath the arches, on cobblestones we lay. Every night you find us tired out and worn, happy when the daylight comes creeping, heralding the dawn, sleeping when it's raining and sleeping when it's fine. Trains driving by above, pavement is our pillow, no matter where we stray. Underneath the arches, we dream our dreams away. Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run? We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
We're delighted to welcome Margaret Peacock to our stage, recently returned from entertaining guests at the Ritz Hotel in London, and tonight sings for us that romantic song, A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square.
When true lovers meet in Mayfair, so the legends tell, songbirds sing, winter turns to spring. Every winding street in Mayfair falls beneath the spell. I know such enchantment can be, 'cause it happened one evening to me. we know we two were so in love. The whole darn world seemed upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And when you turned and smiled at me, the nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. When dawn came stealing up, all gold and blue, to interrupt our rendezvous, I still remember how you smiled and said, "Was that a dream, or was it true?" Our homeward steps were just as light as the tap dancing feet of a star, and like an echo far away, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I know, 'cause I was there that night in Berkeley Square.
Now I have to read out a joke that Mr. Peacock has written. I take no responsibility. Poor old Joe passed away after a long illness. In his will he left £30,000 for his funeral and a memorial stone. As his wife Helen was saying goodbye and thank you to the last of the people leaving the wake, a friend of 40 years ran across to her. "Oh, Helen," she said, "that were a lovely service. Joe would have been real pleased with it. But how much did it all cost?" "Oh, it wasn't cheap. The funeral was 6.5, and I made a gift of 500 to St. Bartholomew's, because they were lovely with me. The cake and the sandwiches came to another 500. Ooh. Totting up the figures, her friend said, "That means you've got 22,500 left for the memorial stone." "It does," she said, holding her hand up in the air, pointing to her finger and saying, "Ha, 4.5 carats. There you go. You said you'd laugh. And now on to a very special item. Richard pays tribute to the brave men of the Royal Air Force with a very emotional song, "Coming In on a Wing and a Prayer."
Over the dim-lit flare path, an anxious silence reigned. Scanning the blue horizon, our anxious eyes were strained. The radio sets were humming, they waited for a word. Then a voice broke through the humming, and this is what they heard. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Though there's one motor gone, we can still carry on. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. What a show, what a fight. Yes, we really hit our target for tonight. How we sing as we limp through the air. Look below, there's our field over there, with our full crew was all that we could do, waiting for Jay, for Johnny, and all the gallant crew. Then over our longing vision a grim grey shadow fell, and like music came the message that told us all was well. Coming in on a wing and a breath, coming in on a wing and a breath. Oh, there's one motor gone, we can still carry on. Coming in on a wing and a breath. What a show, what a fight. Yes, we really hit our target for tonight. How we sing as we limp through the air. Look below, there's our field over there, with our full crew aboard and our trust in the Lord. We're coming in on a wing and a breath. We're coming in on a wing and a breath. Coming in on a wing and a breath.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Winston Church.
The great air battle, which has been in progress over this island for the last few weeks, has recently attained a high intensity. It is too soon to attempt to assign limits either to its scale or to its duration. It is quite plain, sir, that Herr Hitler could not admit defeat in his air attack on Great Britain without sustaining most serious injury. The gratitude of every home in our island, in our empire, and indeed throughout the world, except in the abodes of the guilty, goes out to the British airmen who, undaunted by odds, unwearied in their constant challenge and mortal danger, are turning the tide of the world war by their prowess and by their devotion. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. All our hearts go out to the fighter pilots, whose brilliant actions we see with our own eyes day after day. I hope, indeed I pray, that we shall not be found unworthy of our victory if after toil and tribulation it is granted to us. For the rest, we have to gain the victory. That is our task.
Now please welcome Sarah as she sings a most popular song of the First and Second World Wars, a song enjoyed by our troops as they longed to be home, Lily Marlene.
Outside the barracks, by the corner light, I'll always stand and wait for you at night. We will create a world for two. I'll wait for you the whole night through. For you, Lily Marlene, for you. the call to arms. I want another evening with its charms. Then we will say goodbye and part. I'll always keep you in my heart. With me, Lily Marlene. With me, Lily Marlene. Give me a rose to show how much you care. Tied to the stem, a lock of golden hair. Surely tomorrow you'll feel blue, but then will come a love that's new for you, Lily Marlene. For you, Lily Marlene. When we are marching in the mud and cold, and when my pack seems more than I can hold, my love for you renews my might. I'm warm again, my pack is light. It's you, Lily Marlene. It's you, Lily Marlene. My love for you renews my might. I'm warm again, my pack is light. It's you, Lily Marlene. It's you, Lily Marlene.
In 1945, starring at the Windmill Theatre in London was a film star, comedian and singer called Stanley Holloway. Wherever he performed, the audience encouraged him to perform a monologue. Tonight we offer you our very own urbane Russell Bates to perform Stanley's most popular story, Albert and the Lion.
There's a famous seaside place called Blackpool that's noted for fresh air and fun, and Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom went there with young Albert, their son. A grand little chap with young Albert, all dressed in his best, quite a swell, with a stick with its horse's head handle, the finest that Woolworths could sell. They didn't think much of the ocean. The waves they were fiddling and small. No wrecks, nobody drowned. In fact, nothing to laugh at all. So, seeking for further amusement, they paid and went into the zoo, where they had lions and tigers and camels and old ale and sandwiches too. The one great big lion called Wallace, his nose all covered in scars. He lay in a somnolent posture, with the side of his face against the bars. Now Albert had heard about lions, how they were ferocious and wild, and seeing Wallace so peaceful, it didn't seem right to the child. So then the brave little fella, not showing a morsel of fear, took his stick with its horse's head handle and shoved it in Wallace's ear. You could see the lion didn't like it. For giving a kind of a roll, he pulled Albert inside the cage with it and swallowed the little lad whole. Now Pa, who had seen the occurrence but didn't know what to do next, said, "Mother, your lion's at Albert." And Mother said, "Yeah, I'm vexed." So Mr. and Mrs. Ramsbottom, quite rightly when all's said and done, complained to the animal keeper that lion had swallowed their son. The keeper was quite nice about it. He said, what a nasty mishap. Are you sure it's your boy he's eating? Pa said, am I sure? There's his cap. The manager had to be sent for. He came and he said, what's to do? Pa said, yon lions at Albert, and him in his Sunday best too. Then Ma said, right's right, young fella, I think it's a shame and a sin for lion to go and eat Albert, and after we've paid to come in. The manager wanted no trouble. He took out his purse right away, saying, how much to settle the matter? And Pa said, what do you usually pay? But Mother had turned a bit awkward when she thought where her Albert had gone. She said, no, someone's got to be summoned. So that was decided upon. So off they went to the police station in front of the magistrate chap. They told it what happened to Albert and proved it by showing his cap. The magistrate gave his opinion that no one was really to blame, and he said that he hoped the Ramsbottoms would have further sons to their name. At that, Mother got proper blazing. And thank you, sir, kindly, said she. What, spend all our lives raising children to feed ruddy lions? Not me!
Highly talented though our entertainers are, ladies and gentlemen, they sometimes wish and hope for a change of profession. And tonight they reveal their hopes and aspirations for an alternative career. Please welcome, If I Were Not Upon the Stage.
If I were not in front of the stage, somewhere else I'd rather be. If I were not in front of the stage, a land girl I would be. You'd hear me all day long, singing this song. Forking Keelby, leave my spots alone. Forking Keelby, leave my spots alone.
If I were not a sailor man, something else I'd like to be. If I were not a sailor man, an air raid warden me, you'd hear me all night long, singing this song. Put that light out, keep those curtains closed. Put that light out, keep those curtains closed.
Forking Keelby, leave my spots alone. Forking Keelby, leave my spots alone.
If I were not in the jungle, something else I'd like to be. If I were not in the jungle, in the home guard I would be. You'd hear me all day long, singing this song. Don't tell him Pike, they don't like it of him, you know. Don't tell him Pike, they don't like it of him, you know.
Put that light out,
don't tell him Pike, they don't like it of him, you know.
Closed.
Don't tell him Pike, don't tell him Pike, they don't like it of him, you know.
Forking Keelby, leave my spots alone. Forking Keelby, leave my spots alone. If I were not upon the stage, something else I'd like to be. If I were not upon the stage, a matron I would be. You'd hear me all day long, singing this song. Just bend over, it's only a little prick. Just bend over, it's only a little prick.
Don't tell him Pike, they don't like it of him, you know. Don't tell him Pike, they don't like it of him, you know. Don't tell him Pike, they don't like it of him, you know. Don't tell him Pike, they don't like it of him, you know. Don't tell him Pike, they don't like it of him, you know. Don't tell him Pike, they don't like it of him, you know.
not upon the stage, something else I'd like to be. If I were not upon the stage, Prime Minister me, you'd hear me all day long, singing this song. Fight on the beaches, fight in the fields, we shall never surrender. Fight in the beaches, fight in the fields, we shall never surrender. Fight in the beaches, fight in the fields, we shall never surrender. Fight on the beaches, fight in the fields, we shall never surrender.
Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know. Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know. Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know. Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know. Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know. Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know.
If I were not upon the stage, something else I'd rather be. If I were not upon the stage, a fighter pilot me, you'd hear me all day long, singing this song. Firing left, firing right, shoot these fuckers down. Firing left, firing right, shoot these fuckers down.
Fight on the beaches, fight in the fields, we shall never surrender. Fight on the beaches, fight in the fields, we shall never surrender. Fight on the beaches, fight in the fields, we shall never surrender. Fight on the beaches, fight in the fields, we shall never surrender.
Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know. Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know. Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know. Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know. Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know. Don't tell the Pikes, don't tell the Pikes, they don't like it up, you know. I know you would all wish me to offer our sincere thanks to Jane Mitchell and her hard-working committee for all the work they do in providing us with an evening such as this in a superbly maintained building with wonderful facilities. Thank you, Jane. And now, our entire company are going to entertain us with songs from the wars, but this time we want you to join in with us for our medley of war songs. Oh, sorry. Ignore that.
They haven't surrendered yet.
The war and stuff.
Sorry. There was a blackout, couldn't read it. In that case, rewind.
I've done that.
Right. I'll tell you what, we'll have Churchill.
Yesterday morning at 2:41 a.m. at General Eisenhower's headquarters, General Jodl, the representative of the German High Command, and of Grand Admiral Dönitz, the designated head of the German state, signed the act of unconditional surrender of all German land, sea, and air forces in Europe to the Allied Expeditionary Force, and simultaneously to the Soviet High Command. General Bedell Smith, Chief of Staff of the United States Army, and General Francois Severs signed the document on behalf of the Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Force, and General Susloparov signed on behalf of the Russian High Command. Today this agreement will be ratified and confirmed at Berlin, where Air Chief Marshal Tedder, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Force, and General de Tassigny will sign on behalf of General Eisenhower. General Zhukov will sign on behalf of the Soviet High Command. The German representatives will be Field Marshal Keitel, Chief of the High Command, and the Commanders-in-Chief of the German Army, Navy, and Air Forces. Hostilities will end officially at 1 minute after midnight tonight, Tuesday the 8th of May. 1 minute after midnight tonight, Tuesday the 8th of May. But in the interest of saving lives, the ceasefire began yesterday to be sounded all along the front, and our dear Channel Islands are also to be free today.
And now, oh, what wonderful luck. At this moment, how wonderful Mr. Churchill has come out onto the Ministry of Health balcony. Now Mr. Churchill stands on the balcony of the Ministry of Health. He's wearing his boiler suit, the famous boiler suit that he's made so wonderful, and he had the audacity, shall I say, to put on his head his famous black hat. Nobody can say that it goes with the boiler suit, but you heard what a cheer it raised from the crowd. He stands now in the floodlights, and he's giving the victory sign for all his might from the floodlit balcony.
This is your victory. Victory of the cause of freedom is every day. In all our long history, we have never seen a greater day than this. Done their bit. Everyone has tried, none has quit. Neither the long years, nor the dangers, nor the fierce attacks of the enemy have in any way weakened the unbending resolve of the British nation. God bless you all.
And now listen, the band is playing Land of Hope and Glory, and the crowd is singing. And this suddenly has become a very moving moment, for Mr. Churchill too is singing, and he is conducting the singing of this song. Will you listen, please?
Sorry, Mr. Churchill. As Michael prepared for this evening, he became aware of what a special breed the people of the 1940s were, and found a poem written, I believe, by a local woman called "We Are Survivors." We were born before television, penicillin, polio shots, frozen foods, Xerox, plastic, contact lenses, videos, frisbees and the pill. We were born before radar, credit cards, split atoms, laser beams and ballpoint pens. Before dishwashers, tumble dryers, electric blankets, air conditioners, drip dry clothes and before man walked on the moon. We were married first and then lived together. How quaint can you be? We thought fast food was what you ate in Lent. A Big Mac was an oversized raincoat and crumpet we had for tea. We existed before house husbands, computer dating, dual careers, and when a meaningful relationship meant getting along with cousins and sheltered accommodation was where you waited for a bus. LSD was pounds, shillings and pence. We were born before daycare centres, group homes and disposable nappies. We had never heard of FM radio, tape decks, yoghurt and men wearing earrings. For us, time sharing meant togetherness. A chip was a piece of wood or fried potato. Hardware meant nuts and bolts, and software wasn't a word. Before 1940, made in Japan meant junk. This term, making out, referred to how you did in your exams. Stud was something that fastened a collar to a shirt. And going all the way meant staying on a double-decker bus to the bus garage. In our day, cigarette smoking was fashionable, grass was mown, coke was kept in a coal house, and a joint was a piece of meat you had on Sundays, and pot was something you cooked in. El Dorado was an ice cream, a gay person was the life and soul of the party. We who were born before 1940 must be a hardy bunch when you think of the way the world has changed and the adjustments we have had to make. No wonder there is a generation gap. But, by the grace of God, we have survived. And now, like modern television, a repeat. I know you would all like to wish me in thanking Jane and her fellow hard-working committee for all the hard work they do providing us with this evening. Thank you once again, Jane. We are now going to sing a medley of war songs. Please join in.
Run, rabbit, run, 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 run. be happy when skies are grey. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. Cheerio, here I go on my way. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. With a cheer, not a tear, make it gay. Give me a smile I can keep all the while in my heart while I'm away. Till we meet once again, you and I. Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. Gonna hang out the washing on the steam-free line. Have you any dirty washing, mother dear? We're gonna hang out the washing on the steam-free line, 'cause washing day is here. Whether the weather be wet or fine, we'll just run along without a care. We're gonna hang out the washing on the steam-free line, if the steam-free line's still there. Some more, there's some more, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s, bless all the corporals and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all. As back to their billets they crawl, you'll get no promotion this side of the ocean, so cheer up my lads, bless them all. Go out the barrel, we'll have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel, we got the blues on the run. Sing blues are alright, ring out the song of the cheer. Now's the time to roll out the barrel, for the gang's all here. It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there. Pack up your troubles in your own gift bag and smile, 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 while you have Lucifer to light your fire. Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile.
I'll never forget the people I met, braving those angry skies. I remember as the shadows fell, the light of hope in their eyes. And though I'm far away, I still can hear them say, thumbs up, for when the dawn comes up.
There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover tomorrow.
forget you, sweetheart.
We'll meet again. Don't know when, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again. Don't know when, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Ask you to stand now if you can for the national anthem. God save the King. That concludes our entertainment for this evening. Dancing will now commence. Thank you, everyone.